Good morning. Happy Vlogmas. Again, in my mouth. Whoa.
You're too close. All right, today we got to do 11.
This number
Yep.
is a little boy.
Yeah.
Oops, I dropped the one. Can I do it? Chocolate holder now?
Yep. All right, let's find number 11 on this one. Here it is.
It's a snowman. It's a snowman angel.
Can I show it?
I forgot to show the others.
I showed it.
I forgot to show the other chocolates.
Oh, I did it yesterday. Back to work today. Should have taken today off, but I didn't. And I have a lot to do. I got like the most solid night's sleep that I've gotten in a very long time. I think I had like, let's see, I don't even need to think, I can look. My total sleep time was 8 hours and 13 minutes, which never happens on a weeknight. And I only had 6 minutes of awake time. Normally I have like, excuse me, between 30 minutes and an hour. But I slept hard last night because let's see how many steps we ended up with. Tuesday I had 28,730. Monday I had 26,008. And Sunday I had 18,934 from that tank scavenger hunt. So, yeah. My phone finally didn't tell me that I need to take a rest today since I had very little activity yesterday and I got good sleep last night. So it says I'm good to go, but I still feel like I need to take it easy for sure. My legs are definitely still feeling the many, many, many steps that we took. I am putting together this sewing pattern that is extremely difficult to do because my printer is awful and like you have to be able to line up the lines and they're barely visible. I need to just get rid of this printer, but right now I still have it and it's a laser printer, so I wanted to use that instead of my, what do you call it, inkjet printer? I don't even know what they're called. Because it uses less ink, whatever. But it has made this extremely difficult, so whatever. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, putting these together. So we tried to go to Jazzy Christmas, and I forgot to bring my camera, but it didn't matter because I got the time wrong, and it ended when jazz normally starts. So we got there right as they were starting to clean up. And I saw Tanner from Love on the Spectrum there, and I wanted to take a picture with him, but I chickened out. He was very intimidating. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever... No, that's not true. I asked Brennan and Vinny for a picture that one time. Thank you. I don't think I've ever asked another celebrity for a picture. When we were at the Renaissance Festival like a month ago, we saw an ADHD influencer. I don't know his name. His username is My Chaotic ADHD Brain. We saw him there, and Josh wanted to go talk to him. And he started to walk over there, but then he chickened out too. And I would have done the same thing. The battery rudely died in the middle of that, and weirdly this one only has 2 bars, even though I literally just took it off the charger and the light was green. So I don't know what's going on with my batteries. That one gave me no warning that it was dying. Anyway, Josh says the reason he didn't want to talk to my chaotic ADHD brain is because when he started to walk towards him, he was alone, but then his family came back and he thought it would be awkward and he didn't want to bother him with his family. Which is very valid, and I feel like this came with your avocado lime dressing, ranch, avocado lime ranch. We got Chick-fil-A for dinner because we don't have any food. I started to talk about this before we left, and then I was like, oh no, I can't say we're going on vacation. But as it turns out, I'm still editing things from before vacation, so I could have talked about anything. Anyway, there is always a breakdown in my grocery shopping system before we go on vacation because I'm like, I don't know what to buy that's not going to go bad while we're on vacation. I feel like I have to like plan very carefully and cook very carefully, and what happens is I end up just not buying any food, and then we just don't have food for days before we go on vacation, and then we also don't have food when we get back. We never have time to go grocery shopping as soon as we get back, so we just don't have food. It's totally fine. I've got 4 different patterns I'm working on. I've got a bunch of pieces cut out. I got everything glued, and I still got all these pieces. You can't really see it, but there's all my trash so far. I got a long way to go still, but I need to go to bed now. Good morning! Happy Vlogmas!
Oh, I forgot to say that. Mom, I'll show you the chocolate on the camera. Happy Vlogmas.
Alright, today is number 13.
Yes. 13.
Yep. Oops. That's a tricky one.
It's the stocking.
Yay! Can you show the camera? Oh, you gotta turn around.
Like this.
Let me see it. Back up. Should it like this? I don't know if I focused or not, but
You
you
did.
get the idea.
Are we
You find
doing
13?
this number?
No, we're doing 13.
Haha. It's a melon.
Can you show the camera?
This is. I can do it. Today is 14.
And today we get to do this one finally. All right, so I think on this one we count down. So we're gonna do number 12 first. Oh, we don't get to know what it is. Oh God, it's tiny, so it'll be okay, but I do not appreciate when you don't know what a puzzle looks like. It's just a bag of pieces. We'll have to do that tonight. I don't know why, but for some reason I am notorious for seeing a car in a parking lot that is slightly similar to my car and just knowing that that is my car and making a beeline to get into that car, that is not my car. And like most of the time it's not even similar. I drive a white Civic. I have been driving a white Civic. This is my third white Civic. So I've been driving one since, when did I get that one? 2007? Yes, because it was right around the time of my 21st birthday. So I've been driving a white Civic for 17 years now. And, you know, there are many white cars out there. There are many white compact sedans. And if I see a white compact sedan in a parking lot, I'm pretty much going to think it's mine and I'm going to walk towards it. But I usually realize it before I actually get there. There was one time this did not happen, and it actually was before I got my white Civic. It was when I had my blue Civic. I was at the mall. This was like 2005, I think. I was at the mall and I went to go get in this car and my key would not unlock the door. And like I'm looking in the car and there was a coat in the passenger seat that was the exact same coat that Carly had at that time. It was absolutely insane, and I'm just freaking out because I can't get into this car, and like I know it's my car because Carly's coat is in it. And I start looking around, panicking, and then I see my car like 4 spaces down. So that happened almost 20 years ago, 19 years ago. And then today I was at the post office. The post office has a very small parking lot. And I was parked in one of the farthest away spaces. So why this happened is beyond me. But I came out and like 2 spaces outside the door, there was exactly my car. So I go to get in it and the door doesn't open. And I look more closely and my car has a black pinstripe on it that came on it. And I am so grateful because it helps me identify my car from the other white cars all of the time. But today I did not first look for the black pinstripe. I didn't look for it until I tried the door handle and it didn't open, or it didn't unlock when I touched the door handle. And I said, oh no, this is not my car. And I quickly walked away and ran to my car and got in. And I started backing out, and like just as I had backed fully out of the parking space, that other car backed out. So I'm almost positive that they saw this happen. And I hope that they also heard me say, oh no, this is not my car, because at least then they would know that I wasn't trying to break in or steal their car. And hopefully they also saw that they had the exact same car that I do and understood the misunderstanding. But who knows? So now I will not be leaving my house for the rest of my life. I'm having a very bad ADHD day, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this, 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 I'm gonna do this. And I don't do any of those things. I was going to continue working on my sewing projects. I was working on that for a while earlier. I can't really explain it right now, but I'll show it once I get it all laid out. But it's requiring way more work than it normally would. So it's taking a long time. But I was going to work on that some more, and then I remembered that I still need to edit. So I'm gonna go do that.